Hey GRPS Schoology pilot users, it's Mike again. One more quick tutorial video on saving materials that you created in your classes for first semester so you can reuse them, not just in the second semester, but in any semester moving on down the line and saving them to your resources file. So as we look at the screen here, we're on our Schoology main page. The first thing we want to do is we want to click on our resources button because that's where we would find resources. Your screen may not have all of these options that I have here. I've been playing a little bit and creating things and uploading some resources for folks. And so you may not see all of these, but you do have this little button right here, which is a little brown file box with a green plus next to it. And that stands for add a collection. And you want to add that collection. And so in my case, maybe I want to add stuff that is my personal stuff. Or maybe I was a science teacher, and a better way might be to do Hastings Science. Um, I want to save the cool stuff that I did for science there. You'll notice I already have a sixth grade science assessments box here. Now within a box, okay, you can add, so let's say I'm in the Hastings Science folder. This is just like a computer. You can add a folder, and you can make a folder inside your Hastings Science that is sixth grade. You teach middle school. And so maybe sometimes if you were like me, you didn't always teach sixth grade. And so maybe you taught seventh grade another year and you want that to be a red folder. And maybe you taught all three grades and you want that to be orange and you want it to say eighth grade. And then within these folders, if you want to have, let's say, add folder, and I want it to be all my assessments are here. We'll make it black because right, assessments. And then maybe I'll add a folder. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the only thing. And so under Hastings Science now, we've got three folders, sixth, seventh, and eighth grade. And then under my sixth grade folder, I've created an assessments folder that I can put all my assessments in. So I've built kind of a file structure here to store my things in Schoology, specifically my Schoology things. Don't think about like you're going to store Google Docs and things like that here, but think about Schoology things stored here. What do I mean by that? Well, let's take a look at one of my courses here. If I log into my Sandbox course, let's say that this test assessment that we're looking at right here is just the most amazing assessment that I ever made, and I don't want to go through the process of doing it again. It took me forever because these assessments are a pain to build, but it's awesome. I got great feedback from it. It tested, it assessed all the points that I wanted to assess. I want to save it. So we're going to click this arrow here, and we're going to click Save to Resources. And we can click what collection we want it to go to, right? Well, in this case, I want it under Hastings Science. And then in Hastings Science, I want it in sixth grade assessments because it was a sixth grade assessment. I'm going to save a copy. And so now what will happen if we go back to resources here and we go into Hastings Science, sixth grade assessments, there's that test. And this will live here forever. This year, next year, the year after that, as long as GRPS keeps paying for Schoology, this assessment will live here. You can keep reusing it. You don't have to build it again. Just keep on reusing that assessment. So that's kind of handy, right? More importantly than that, let's say that I love this entire module one. I've seen some of you guys' classes. You've got some modules that are just amazing. They're robust. They've got all different types of activities in them. They've got just a multimodal work in there for the students. And I know that some of you are proud of, man, that module one, maybe unit one, section 6 or whatever is just amazing. I don't want to have to rebuild that next year because that was awesome. You don't have to. Click the gear icon here, click Save to Resources, pick your collection, Hastings Science. Maybe I'll just leave it in Hastings Science, and I'll go save a copy. And so now, when I go into Resources, and I go into Hastings Science, that Module 1 and everything in it are available to me. And I can then take that Module 1 and I can add it to a future course by clicking Add a Course, Add to a Course. So I'm saving myself legwork, so I'm not doing things more than once. Let's go back one more time and let's just say, holy cow, this entire sandbox course that I just built, the introduction, the module, and the assessment, all of this is amazing. I don't want to change anything. I want to just copy it and paste it and reuse it next time. We can do that too. Now, candidly, I don't think anyone should quite be in that spot after one semester of using Schoology, but you might be soon, and you may want to take advantage of this. If you click Options, you can save the entire course to resources, and we'll save it under Hastings Science because that's what I teach, and we're going to save it as a folder with the resources in it. So that is going to save, and now when I go to resources and I go to Hastings Science, there's a folder with my class right here, and when I click into that, everything that I had in that class linked in the modules, in the introductions, in the assessments, all of it is linked right here. The entire course is saved in my resources and it's available. Hey, maybe I've got a brand new science teacher who's coming next year, and they're not familiar with Schoology. I can share a resource with anyone that has a Schoology account. So I can click, here's my class from last year. Here, I'll share it with you, Mel Atkins. And I can click, and then that resource will be available in Mel's resources file for him to use and copy and use as a class. So hopefully this shows you a couple ways, actually several ways that Schoology can help you be more productive, work smarter, not harder, and have a much easier second semester than you did first semester. Thanks. As usual, happy distance learning. We'll talk to you soon.